today I'm gonna play Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, and I'm about to explain what items you can get from the Remembrance of Messmer. Probably you just defeated Messmer and you got the Remembrance and you don't know which one to pick. I'm gonna explain what, I'm gonna show you both of the options, what they can do and which one is the best in my opinion, obviously. Remembrance of the Impaler is the one that you're gonna get, and with that you have to go at the round table hold to decide what weapon or what incantation you need, because yes, you can get an incantation or a weapon. I'm going to show you both with the showcase, with every single detail that you should know before you decide. But also you should know something very important, the fact that you can just duplicate this remembrance and you can just get them both if you really like them. But remember, on the map you can duplicate only 10 remembrances that you can have, and in the game are a lot more than that, so you have to decide which one do you want to duplicate. We have the Messmer Orb, which is a really powerful incantation, and the Spear of the Impaler, which is a really awesome weapon. Both of them have some downsizes, and I'm going to show you what are those. First, this is the weapon. We're going to start with the weapon, and it has one of the most amazing effect, if not the most amazing effect visual that you can find in this game. It's very powerful. You can just use the skill to cast it very fast, or you can just cast it 3 times and you're gonna release those spears from the ground, which are pretty powerful. How you can use this? This is based on dexterity and fate and strength, but mostly on dexterity. 35 dexterity it will be required to have if you want to use this spear, so be careful to have those. But are certain items that are gonna boost your stats if you don't have exactly those points. It has this unique skill, the Messmer Assault, which I just showed you how you can use. And again, we can short use it. We can just press it once and you're gonna jump in there. You're gonna release on fire and that's it. Or we can follow up with 2 more attacks. The second one that's gonna make some flames in front of you. I don't know how to explain it in another way. And the next one, which is gonna release spears from the ground. Also, you can throw this spear with fire at your enemies, which is pretty awesome. So you have the options to do that, beside the regular attack, obviously, which you can just attack like a normal weapon. This is the one. This is with all the 2 follow-ups that you can have for this weapon. This is without the follow-up, this is with the follow-up. So I told you 3 phases. One is going to be to release fire all around you, the next one is to release fire in front of you, and the third one is to release those spears. Now as you can see, the throwing spear is really good, but also this one is way much better. The downsides, I promise you that I'm going to discuss also about the downsides. The downside is the fact that you can be interrupted in the mid-air without any problem by your enemies, and if that will not be able to happen in this game, this weapon will be perfect. But unfortunately you can be interrupted, so for me it's not perfect. It's one of the best weapons that I have so far. Definitely it's in top 3 in visual effects, if not the first. So if you want visual effects, one of the best. So like I just said, this will be your first option to get the weapon if you don't want to duplicate it. Now we have to take the incantation, because I'm a little bit tired of this village. Bro, you don't have nothing on me. Now let's go ahead and get the incantation. That incantation you should know before you get it to have 60 fate points, but there are some tricks in order to increase your fate points if you don't have enough. Let's say you only have 40, probably you can use it with only 40 fate points. I cannot use it myself. I had to use the flask to increase the fate points by 10 points. And also there are some talismans, 2 or 3 talismans that's going to increase your fate. What this thing can do, also this one has 2 different phases. You can jump in the air with that ball of fire and you can just release it very fast, or you can just keep pressing the button and it's going to release a way much explosion. So basically 2 phases, one short like this, very fast, and one that's gonna stay in the air a little bit and gonna release a lot more damage. Something really important also that you should know. Now let's see some stats, because they are very important besides that fate point that you have to get. it will be required FP cost, it will be 31 points, and also something else, 31 points FP points, it will be required for you to have 2 available slots. I'm not sure with what is your build, but it will be required for you to have 2 different slots in order to equip it on you. But that is not a problem. The only problem can be the fate that is required, because maybe a lot of players will don't have that much fate, but trust me, it's worth to level up. Or obviously you can just reverse those points and you can just put them wherever you like. There are some methods of how you can do that. Probably I have also a video with that. If you don't know, on my YouTube channel I have over 1200 videos by now, I think, in Elden Ring, and in the Elden Ring expansion I have a lot of those, and I plan to do a lot more with every single secret that can be found here. So I'm struggling for you, and I hope my videos are good enough for you. Now it also has one big downside, this one, something that for me it's a little bit like a deal breaker. It was perfect also, but you can be interrupted in the mid-air even though you are at the end of the casting. Remember that, because it's very important. If you stay in the air like this, just watch it. You can be interrupted and you're not gonna do nothing. You're gonna waste your FP points. You're gonna die probably, because they can attack you, and that definitely is not something good. And now, as a conclusion, and this is my point of view, so personal opinion, what I should choose, I'm gonna get in the first gameplay the weapon. I'm not gonna get them both at this moment. Probably I'm gonna get the weapon. It has a beautiful effect. Also, I don't really use incantations, but depends what is your build. If you know that you are using a lot of incantations and you have a lot of fate, probably you should go with the incantation. But for me it's gonna be the weapon. I absolutely love how it looks, and I think it can do a lot of damage if you know how to use it. By the way, something that I want to mention before I close, the most important thing about all this about both of the items is the fact that the timing is the most important thing. So before you cast the special skill, be sure to have the timing perfect, and that's it. Remember, timing. Like, subscribe, share, press that notification bell. Like always, I will see you in the next one. Be safe.